Hi friends, and welcome back to Life of Beard YouTube channel. We have a slightly different video. We're actually getting through quite a lot of content at the moment, which is quite good. We've had a little vlog, which I was really proud of. We've had a couple of unboxings. Now, it's a bit late because I've been ill, and you can probably tell in my voice that I'm still a little bit ill, but we're over the worst of it. We've got a little bit of a shopping haul from when me and Lady Beard went to London because it was our anniversary, it was her birthday, it was Valentine's Day, and of course it was Pokémon Central. So we had like the EUIC stuff, and we went to the National History Museum, got a few bits. So again, it's a bit late because I wanted to do this more at the time of, but again, needs must, and only really had the energy to do the vlog, which I was really proud of despite being ill. But I managed to get that done, and that's out, and you can go watch that now, and it's very cool. I'm very proud of it. But yeah, we've got a little shopping haul. So again, it's a bit different. We are going to go through what I got when we were at the National History Museum, words, and Pokemon Center. So let's see what we've got. So first off, Natural History Museum, pretty simple. We've got this, I'm sure everyone has seen this a million times. So we've got the Pokemon promo, the Pikachu at the museum. Nice little promo. I wish it was a small one, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to be bold, unseal this, which I know is unheard of, and then maybe put it in a frame. I'm probably like a lot of people, not a massive fan of the jumbo cards, but I thought if I put it in a nice frame, then I can have it up on the wall somewhere, which would be actually like really cool. You've got this little booklet, which I guess is more for the kids, but I know Lady Beard enjoyed it, so this is quite cool. I wish there was a few more things there at the museum to do or see. It was quite bare bones, but it wasn't the end of the world. And the only other bit of merch I got, if hopefully you guys will be able to see this. So we got, bloody messing up my mouse mat now, professional. So we got this cool t-shirt. Hopefully it'll come through. So they had two of these. They had like this, they had one which is like a creamy white and it with all this detail in black and white. Or they've got this navy one with all the colours. Obviously I went for the navy one because the colours are a lot more cooler. Like I said, it was kind of a bit bare bones really. Like they had like Ivysaur and like Vileplume, but they didn't have any of the sort of other evolutions in that line, which I know like Lady Beard was very disappointed not being able to get something like Oddish or Gloom related. Like they sort of had stuff like there's an Oddish there. I say that's probably the only Oddish they had. They had some like Aerodactyl stuff and like fossil stuff, which is kind of cool, but I feel they could have done a bit better. I had a lot of Eevee stuff, which I kind of get for like notepads and stuff, but still, I think they could have done a bit better. Like I think they could have had a bit more of an exhibit as well. It was just sort of like pictures and stuff. I mean, it was still cool, and hopefully there'll be more stuff in the future. But it was a bit basic. But I got a nice T-shirt. It wasn't too bad. I think this was £30, so it's not like terrible. Plus it goes towards the museum. I'm guessing some of it goes towards the museum. But very nice shirt. So we'll get rid of that. Then let's do, what shall I do? So let's do the stuff I picked up card wise. Well, not a lot of card wise, because it was quite hectic. So I'm not going to show my single cards. I didn't really get a lot of anything really that amazing. But they had our friends Magic Madhouse, my affiliate. Go check out my link below. Go check them out in general. Join their Discord, stay part of their drops. So I managed to get another one of these Pikachu Pokemon Day collections. I've already opened one of these, which was my last video. So if you go onto the channel now, I will see if I can link it somewhere, or it might be at the end of the video. Go check that out. But I wanted another one to keep these sealed. I'm not really a massive sealed person, but I thought that'd be quite nice. So yeah, we'll go in for the sealed there. And then I was going to get this at Birmingham Regionals, which was the month before, but I'd already spent a silly amount on cards, so I didn't. But I was like, okay, I've got a little bit more of a budget that I can play with this time. Let's see what we can like get. And yeah, I thought I'd go for. I like these collector's chests. You do get a lot of gubbins in them. but by the looks of it, you get a couple of Journey Together, Destined Rivals, and some Mega Evolution. So a good selection of packs, if nothing else. Promos are again a bit basic this time. They usually are reprints anyway, but they've been really bad on the reprints recently. But never mind. So that was the main product that I got. That was from Magic Madhouse. Like I said, I did get a couple of singles, which I might have somewhere, but I'm not going to flap around too much. But the best stuff is like from the Pokemon Center. So first up, we've got these sleeves. I'm not sure I like these sleeves very much this year, but I'm not a massive sleeve person. But I got these anyway, so I got some last year. So I feel like it's sort of like, I don't know about a sealed collection, but it's something to collect if nothing else. So not as nice as last year's ones. I prefer last year's ones better. I got another T-shirt, which I've not opened yet. So let's see if we can undo this without making too much noise or too much mess. Because, you know, like I said, this is professional. I've tried to get the lighting sorted. I tried to get the sound sorted. It's been a while since I've done any sort of recording because, like I said, I've been ill. But yeah, I really like this pattern. So let me see if I can get this. I don't know if we're able to see it all. So we'll probably get to see a sort of better version of this pattern when we do the mouse mat in a minute. If that decides to, there we go. But I really like the comic book or the manga. I think it's manga style they call it. They did have like hoodies and t-shirts and hats, which was just all white with sort of this pattern, and it was all over the shirt, which I really liked. But it was a bit too much for me. I don't think I'm down enough. I'm too old for that. I don't think I can. I don't think I can pull that off anymore. So I got this nice. I saw this. It's like a rust orange. I don't know if it's really coming out, but so it's not like too bright, but it's got this nice pattern on the front. So I was very happy to get one of those because I like getting the shirts each year. I think this was £30 as well. I didn't save my receipt, which is like sensible. But yeah, really like that shirt. Continuing with that theme, we got playmat. So they had a couple of different playmats and like EUIC shirts, words, and like hats and stuff. But again, like this year's one, the black and white one, which we sort of just seen, we're going to see better in this playmat, was a bit much. And then they had like Charizard stuff, which I sort of get because that's sort of the thing at the moment. But so I didn't really get a lot of stuff. But this playmat is sick. This was sort of a late reveal, I think they said. So this is sick. So they had like, this is like what I was saying about the design. They had the t-shirts and hats, what else, hoodie, which looked pretty sick, and it's a really cool design, but I think it's a bit much if I was to wear it on a shirt or something like that. So I've got it as a playmat. I feel bad even like taking it out of the bag. So like I said, I've literally taken these things out of the bag for the first time in like 2 weeks. They've been sat sort of in my rucksack since I got back from London, because I had a few days to chill with Lady Beard for her birthday and stuff, and then I was going to do content but didn't because I was ill. So we are now here. The only other product, so that was basically the exclusive stuff I got. I didn't get too much. Like I said, I had to be sort of tactical with what I was buying, and I'd already spent a shit ton the previous month. Like I said, at Birmingham Regionals on singles, so I didn't get a lot of single cards, but I got a few products. I got a few exclusives, which were pretty cool. The only other product I really got was one of these, which is pretty cool. So you had to, when you put your tickets in for the Pokemon Center, you had to tick whether you wanted the Lucario box or the Gardevoir box to be put in a raffle. And I managed to get one, obviously, because I've got it. I managed to get one of these from the Pokemon Center like when they were released anyway. So I don't know what to do with this. I don't know whether to keep it sealed. At the moment, it's still sealed. Or I don't know whether to open it. So drop me a comment in the comments below Let me know if I should open it. I know I could sell the promo and get some money back, and that'll probably pay for, you know, at least half the box. And Mega Evolution was a good set for me, so I'm not totally against opening it. But like, I've got a very modest sealed collection, so I'm wondering whether just to keep it sealed for now. Like I said, I got this for retail, which was $54.99, and they're going for about 110, I think, on eBay and stuff. So there is a monetary thing to be, but we're not all about the money. We're not a scalper, but you know, we do like money, so we can go buy more, you know, random stuff and things and whatnot. But yeah, so this was the only sort of stuff I got from the Pokemon Center. I went on Saturday at about 11ish. All I had left was Journey Together booster boxes. That was the only other thing that you could sort of get TCG wise, which was really quite annoying because Friday, I don't know if it's Thursday and Friday. Yeah, I think it's Thursday and Friday. I was seeing all these Instagram stories and stuff of people getting Surgeon Sparks ETBs, black and white ETBs. I was like, God damn it! But I heard rumors. I don't know if it was true. Again, let me know if you were there early in the morning on Saturday, that they had some different stock in on Saturday morning. But again, apparently I missed out. And I would have liked to get a Journey Together box, but again, I brought already too much. I only need 6 cards now from Journey Together, I think it is. So I didn't want to spend all that money on something. I could probably just buy the cards for that amount, the ones that I need, and they're the big ones. So this is the only thing I got from the Pokemon Center card wise. Like I said, and I got collector's chest and the Pokemon Day thing, and that was it really. It was a really good day. It was a really good few days actually. Like I said, hopefully Lady Beard wasn't too Pokemoned out, but we both enjoyed the Natural History Museum anyway. And Pokemon stuff was cool. Apart from that, like I said, getting around the vendors was manic. That's the only thing about them card shows. It's not too bad in like smaller ones when we went to Birmingham, but this one in particular was mental. I spent probably about 45 minutes at one stand trying to get through all the folders and people just pushing and stuff like that, and it was a bit hectic. So I didn't really get too many cards. I'll see if I've got them here before we wrap the video up. I did have them here, but I don't know if I do. I've got my Ascended Hero stuff here, but that's a video coming up, so stay tuned for that, friends. That is Ascended Heroes, isn't it? That is. I did have them here. Last check. No, I did have them here, but like I said, I've been off for 2 weeks. Well, a week and a bit anyway. So my schedule is kind of a bit all over the shop. Again, sorry this is a bit late, but we've got plenty of Ascended Hero stuff coming. I think coming up next will be an Ascended Heroes ETB of some sorts. But we've got a couple of ETBs and we've got the mini tins to open. And maybe this, depending on what the comments say, and peer pressure and all that. Yeah, so another little short one, but I'm glad to get this done because I can actually sort of semi-get unpacking now and getting things sorted, because my desk is just like, I've had to clear a massive space just to do this, which is usual, but there's more stuff than usual because I've been ill. Anyway, gonna stop waffling. Appreciate all the likes, follows, comments and subscribes and all that noise. We're doing pretty well with, I think, just hit 112 subscribers, so we're moving on upwards, which is nice. We're streaming on YouTube now and on TikTok, so check that out for our stream VODs as well on YouTube if you don't want to deal with Twitch, which is fair enough. Otherwise, friends, I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace and love, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Bye, friends. Bye.